Okay. She just got in to the condo. The top floor of the cat condo. All right. Getting situated. I see. Is he looking forward to scratching Santa? He likes his milk and cookies. Right, kitty? Yeah, just playing it off, huh? Scratchy. Yeah. All right, you have a Merry Christmas too, kitty. It's coming up. Is it like 4 days? 23, 24. Wait, is it 3 days? Christmas Eve is in 3 days. 4 days for Santa's Express. Hey, I'm Cole. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. All right, it's a Sunday, December 21st, 2025, 5:29 p.m. Welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. I'm Cole. Resetting accumulated info. It's back down to 0. It said 138. I think I did about 100 yesterday. I vlogged it coming back. There's Critter. He's listening. What's up, Critter? Not much? You're looking for Santa? Really? Have you seen the Grinch? He's all over the place. He's in all the front yards. He's real popular this year. Have you seen him? No comment, huh? So, Critter is a air freshener that hangs on my rearview mirror. He likes to live, laugh, and smell good. And he's in deep thought right now. All right, so yeah, Santa is on his way. See, tomorrow's the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 3 days until Christmas Eve, 4 days until Christmas. I will try to drive by Christmas lights if I can. I'm not in control of that completely. It kind of go wherever it takes me. This is the time of the show where you get to watch me pick up food and drop it off at doorsteps. Please subscribe. And also, I'll leave my PayPal. There's the butterfly. Usually I leave my PayPal up for a little bit. If you'd like to support the show, like to see it advance, we get better equipment, things like that, you can always support us by giving to the PayPal. And also leave a comment if you do give, so I know. Just leave a comment in one of the in the post, if you would. All those comments go right to my email. All right. Other than that, I've been kind of busy. Schedule's changed a little bit, so I've been a little busy. I haven't been able to watch a movie, so no comments on any movies. But the short list was, there's the Grinch. There he goes. The short list was released from the Oscars a few days ago, like on the 16th of December. So there were some movies that advanced. There's a lot of movies I want to see, but I usually watch the older movies on the Criterion Collection. Anyway, if that helps. And then also I may show kind of like what music comes up my way. I listen to SoundCloud sometimes, or other platforms. And then, oh yeah, I've been doing this thing with Audible. So they send me things, Audible sends me stuff. So sometimes I'll look up information on the author, and I think I found one with AJ Pine. One of them is 10 Things I Hate About Christmas. And then another author is, I believe her name is Liz Maverick, and she wrote Cozy for the Holidays, I think. I don't know, I thought they were fun. I listened to them. One's a librarian and English teacher. They're like New York writers, I think. Aren't they all? Then I listened to some Oliver Twist. That was too long. But I did listen to Christmas Carol with that guy, Patrick Stewart from Star Trek. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. I don't know if I'm going to revisit that. They did send me some stuff on It's a Wonderful Life. So it's like a radio show with Jimmy Stewart. I don't know how much of that. Probably that's pretty heavily copyrighted. All right. Anyway, we'll see what happens. And here we go. There's the beautiful trees. The changing of the leaves is in effect. There's really pretty areas. I'll try to show some of that too. I usually use weather bug, but I also use apple. So apple says 59 and a high of 62. Now, one thing that I do is I can switch over to weatherbug. So weatherbug is at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, a high of 62 and a low of 54. So they're almost identical, 59, 62, 55, pretty close. The lows are usually the ones that are off. It's off by about 3 digits in the Fahrenheit. Weatherbug says 54. And no, that's one. It's 1 digit. Maybe it switched. It'll switch sometimes. 54 on the low, so it's only 1 digit off. So, and 55 on the low. And then I usually try to vlog that by the end of the night. The whatever mine says 64. Like, right, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz will pick up January 23rd, and it'll end on February 15th. House to the Gardens going on right now. All right, got one at Flower Child, 5:41 arrival, 2 minutes, 0.4 miles, or mile for the pickup. I found one called Impact Winter right here by Travis Beecham. Just doing the previews of it. Audible.
They're tracking the blast front from a catastrophic comet impacting the Pacific Ocean.
This little water stand right here. It says like, hydrate your soul. Looks like they have a green chili beef Colorado. It's jasmine rice, avocado, cilantro, radish, and pico de gallo. It's gluten-free. Appreciate it. It's so big I couldn't even get it in my bag. I'll have to get a bigger bag. Right, Flower Child on the way. 6:06 arrival, 18 minutes, 12 miles, headed to Toledo. Yeah, I started listening to this Travis Beecham novel, Impact Winter, only a few moments. It kind of starts off like a radio show. It's not just simply a reading. Some of them are that way. Those are heavily copyrighted usually. The Harry Potter series is like that too. Haven't heard of Travis Beacham. I'll have to look him up later. Just doing like a traffic check right now. Probably a lot of stuff going towards Dickies. Not that way. There's probably something going on at the arena. Concert maybe. Maybe some type of festival of lights. The Botanic Gardens is having a pretty good one. Christmas in the Garden. It's more busy than usual. And it's a Sunday. Alright, I gotta go to Aledo. I'm gonna listen to some of this Travis. Wait a second. Alright. Travis Beacham.
I feel so bloody exposed. We should go soon. Before the weather.
In a minute. Just come on back to the mic.
I'm fine. You can wrap it up for me.
Well, the rest isn't really my field of expertise, is it?
Come on, stop messing about. This was your idea. I only came along to watch your back.
And shouldn't they know?
Know what?
What I need protecting from.
Remain indoors or seek shelter immediately, and not travel outside your area unless otherwise instructed. Rail service and motorways have been closed to civilian use. Due to expected disruption of mobile and internet service, safety information will be provided on all FM radio frequencies, any BBC AM station, and channel 198 long wave. God save the kids.
I'm with Felix Malloy. Current date as of this broadcast is November 15th, 2042. 7 years since the comet hit.
Okay, so it's about a comet.
The sun.
Got it.
We're
So a comet hits the planet, winter impact. There's like earthquakes all over the place. All broadcasts temporarily suspended. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. I don't know, it might be good. I don't know. I don't know if it's, you know, some of those sometimes are just repetitive. It's like end of the world genre. But I don't know. I don't know. See, on any of these, I don't really know if I'm going to purchase any of these. Maybe, I mean, if I had a choice, yeah, that's probably something that I'm doing. I'm kind of looking at what I would purchase, you know, what interests me. I don't know if I would go with this one. I'm going to listen to the preview again. The Dorian Gray, Oscar Wilde, has a great opening. War and Peace looked interesting too. There's all different types. But I can listen to the previews. I'm trying to think if I was sold on really any of them. The Harry Potter stuff is, of course, a lot of fun. I have gotten so interested that I went out and purchased. But I usually purchase the book, you know, where you can like read it. So I don't know.
That's right.
So, if anyone's over there, NATO, the UN, or whoever, we represent a small colony of survivors.
Okay.
We've been holed up in the belly of a medieval castle, an old air raid shelter, waiting for the clouds to clear. There's a little over 100 of us. We have bunks, a kitchen, showers. I don't know what your situation is over there.
Alright, this place is called Lost Creek. They sent me here yesterday. I don't know if they're showing off their Christmas lights or they just don't have certain restaurants out here. It's kind of in between. This is like on the edge of Aledo. So it's kind of in between areas that would have a lot of restaurants. So there's not a whole lot out here. But believe it or not, they have some pretty classy Christmas lights. And speaking of Christmas...
Yes.
Exactly, doesn't really bode well, does it? I hate it out here on the moors. I feel so bloody exposed. We should go soon, before the weather.
In a minute.
Before we go, I just wanted to say, and I do appreciate that you being held up in a castle and everything, and Impact Winter. What's up with these dragons? It's like little dragons in the yard. I mean, it's Christmas made, don't get me wrong, but it's Christmas with dragons. I think it's adventure-y, you know? It's not your average Christmas. And then there's, oh yeah, that's really nice. Barely can see it, but it's a nativity scene.
Just come on back to the mic.
I'm fine. You can wrap it up for me.
Well, the rest isn't really my field of expertise, is it?
Come on, stop messing about. This was your idea. I only came along to watch your back.
And shouldn't they know?
Know what?
What I need protecting from.
Felix.
What?
For all we know, those things have overrun the world by now.
And what if they haven't? What if someone's out there hearing this, right?
I haven't been down that way yet. It looks kind of cool.
Know what they're in for, don't they? Another minute, please.
Oh, okay. This is a new one right here. Riverview is the road. And it looks like we'll do a little Christmas light contest thing and see who wins. All right. Not too bad. I do like the reef. It's a little traditional. These are just basic lights. It's fun. You know what? We might have a winner right here. Look at that. That's a cool looking sleigh with the reindeer and everything. Even though they used a regular floodlight for the lighting. Yeah, I don't know. This one actually looks pretty nice. I might go with that one because it's full. You know, it covers the whole house. So they won on Riverview Way. Now we're going to be going to Ferndale. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, Ferndale's lit up big time. This is going to be a good contest coming up here. And it'd be number 2, would be this one right here.
Is Audible.
Okay. I don't know for sure if it's going to go to them. Looking at some of these. Ooh, that one's nice. That one has the nativity scene. Ooh, and a star. I think it's going to be a toss-up between this one and maybe this one. We're going to look at this one in a minute. So far, they could get it right there. This one's good. It's good, but look at this. It's got the little star right there. Nativity scene with reindeer. So mixing the secular and the biblical Christmas. It could be a toss-up. You never know what's going to come up. Let me look at this one right here. Yeah, this one's actually good, but I want to give this one probably honorable mention or second place. So far, we're going with the nativity one. We're on what? Ferndale? Ferndale and Alito. It's not too bad right here. But no nativity scene, you know? So we're going to go with the one with the nativity scene and the star and the reindeer. One that had the big star in front of it. So Ferndale, that one gets it right there. So I rated 1 and 2 on that one. Yep. So the place is called Lost Creek. Been down here a few times. I'm gonna have to get navigation though. Just give me a second. All right, we're on Winville, Alito. I'm on Lost Creek. We might have a winner right here for Winville. Winsville Boulevard. It's got a little snowman, some reindeer. That actually is a little bit, you know, I'd say it's superior to this one over here. That's probably the only competitor on Ferndale that I can see right now. I didn't go through all of Ferndale, so I have to follow a certain path. So some of it's chance, you know, some of it's skill, mostly chance. Oh, it looks like a pretty good one way out there. Now I have gone down this one. This is Lost Creek Boulevard, and I have seen a few of them. I'm trying to think. I haven't gone down this cross street, Blue Creek, but if they send me out here again, I might. But it's only a few houses down there. But we're on Lost Creek Boulevard. I think it might go to the Dragon. I'm going to give an honorable mention to these reindeer. Maybe even a second place to that one that says Merry Christmas. And it has y'all on it. A little joy, a nice little joy with the shadow. But the first place probably will go to the Dragons. I think it's the original idea. I was once a Dungeons and Dragons fan. And to have a Dragon Christmas, that's a cute one right over there, is pretty original. So for the road of Lost Creek Boulevard, so far, for first place, we're going with the Dragons. Even though that dragon fell down. Or an alligator, or whatever that is. I just think it's cool looking. It's got little lights and it's a little spooky, but not really. And that dragon has a present. Probably that one. Dun, 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 dun. The entrance to Lost Creek is pretty cool too. It's not too bad. It shows they're trying. And this says Merry Christmas, Lost Creek Estates. And I can put this down for construction. Dun, 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 dun. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Blotting out the sun.
Okay.
We're broadcasting
information.
From
So her name's Darcy something. The comet hits. It blots out the sun. They've got 100 survivors in a castle. Rewind that a little bit. Yeah, I gotta watch out on the music.
The levels. Sorry, I was just testing the levels.
Is it on?
It's on, go ahead.
My name is Darcy Dunraven. I'm with Felix Malloy. Current date as of this broadcast is November 15th, 2042. 7 years since the comet hit. Blotting out the sun. We're broadcasting from an old transmitter tower near Dartmoor in County Devon. I'm told our signal's strong enough to cross the channel.
That's right.
So, if anyone's over there, NATO, the UN, or whoever, we represent a small colony of survivors. We've been holed up in the belly of a medieval castle, an old air raid shelter, waiting for the clouds to clear. There's a little over 100 of us. We have bunks, a kitchen, showers. I don't know what your situation is over there.
Crackers.
There aren't many people left over here. Just pockets here and there. And things that
Make you go
used
home.
to be people.
Things that make you go home.
No, this is pointless,
Things
Felix.
that make you go, ooh.
We don't know that.
You really think everything's just ticking along like normal in France?
Maybe closer to
It
north.
doesn't really bode well, does it? I hate it out here on the moors. Feels so bloody exposed. We should go soon, before the weather.
In a minute, just come on back to the mic.
I'm fine. You can wrap it up for me.
Well, the rest isn't really my field of expertise, is it?
Come on, stop messing about. This was your idea. I only came along to watch your back.
And shouldn't they know?
Know what?
What I need protecting from.
Felix.
What?
For all we know, those things have overrun the world by now.
And what if they haven't? What if someone's out there hearing this right now, ready to send help? They need to know what they're in for, don't they? Another minute, please.
Fine.
It actually sounds pretty good. Impact Winter, Travis Beacham. I'm gonna look up some stuff on Travis Beacham.
Well,
So he was born in 1980. He's an American screenwriter. Wrote Dog's Days of Summer, Pacific Rim, Clash of Titans, and this novel right here.
represent a small colony of survivors. We've been holed up in the belly of a medieval...
All right, got one at Jack in a Box, 6:30 arrival, 1 minute, 0.2 for the pickup.
Render.
Yeah, that one looks good. I would say out of so far, even the post-apocalyptic religious one, so far I think Impact Winter, if I would go into anything, I might try that one. I just like those kinds of stories. You can easily make a video game too, probably. Some video games are completely awesome, you know. But so far, out of all of them, I'd say it's pretty interesting. And he's a screenwriter, so I've written a few screenplays myself. Gotta pick up a Jack in a Box. Travis Beacham, I believe is his name. That one looks like a winner. So I thought it was a radio show, but it's actually a book. Or what they would say, really what they'd say is it's a novel. Impact Winter is an Audible original audio drama, also a novel, series created by Travis Beacham, the writer of Pacific Rim. The story takes place in near future where a comet has plunged the world into an endless, sunless winter, and beastly creatures have taken over. The series follows Dawn Raven, sister Darcy and Hope, as they navigate the vampire apocalypse. Okay, I was gonna say vampire. I was thinking vampire, the way it sounded opening up. It opens up kind of like an Orson Welles War of the Worlds, you know, this emergency broadcast kind of thing. Well done. I like it. Taco. Jack in a Box on the way. 6:49 arrival, 11 minutes, 1.5 for the delivery. So every once in a while, this thing will start to glitch. I don't know if it wasn't earlier, just after I got back from the Jack in a Box. It goes into like this commercial zone or something. I really don't know what it does. I just did it after that last one. And it goes here where you can't see it like that. And then also what it does too is if you try to report, it shows these right here, 4 little clear things. You can still report, but it's not as clear as it was. Oh, those are pretty cool. All right. Zap Kitchen. 6:59 arrival, 7 minutes, 1.7 mile for the pickup. Dickie's is busy.
But don't you think it's kind of weird you've lived there for almost a year now and you've never seen the guy?
Rosie.
Piper. Not true. I saw him from the back once. He was going into his apartment with a big laundry basket as I was coming up the stairs. May. So we have a Jacob from Twilight scenario going on here, except instead of a newborn baby...
Eamon Carter, photograph selection time. I think I did. Haven't done this one yet. Carlotta. That's 149. Chelsea silver print. It's one of the 45,000. Divine to the Carters, one of the major American photography in the world of Eamon Carter Museum. 150 photographs, 45,000 repositories, is what they call it. Carter Collections includes a range of photographs by artists who have made a big splash over the past century, from the 1920s to 2000s, even stuff at the Trinity River. Zap Kitchen on the way, 7:19 arrival, 12 minutes, 2.6 miles for the delivery. Started listening to this one. A preview of The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This sounds like a pretty good one. It's an 11-minute preview.
Right. That Barbara is gone. Of all the campers, Louise thinks. Of all the
It was closer to a 14-minute, but it cuts off right here after about 3 minutes. But it shows this amount right here. So maybe that's just for the first chapter. Then you can go through all the chapters like that.
She will walk into the living room, and then she will see this. The decision has been made. I've got to run for it. There's no time to wash my hands. There's no time to worry about the bloody footprints I might be leaving behind. I've got to get out of here. I only hope nobody discovers what I've done. Part 1.
Yeah, so this is another one by Frida McFadden. The other one was pretty good too. This is a second one. They've already turned, what is it, Peter Fig? Yeah, his name is Peter. I think it spells it F-I-E-G, Peter Fig. Or maybe it's I-E-G. No, it's this one, I-E-G. It's a director. He's doing one of her works, American filmmaker. Yeah, that's him. And he's doing one of her works right now. Did he do Ghostbusters? Yeah, Ghostbusters Answer the Call. There it is, filmography. He's doing what's known as The Housemaid. This one's called The Housemaid is Watching. This one is the other one that I saw last night. It's a erotic psychological thriller film by Paul Feig from the novel by Frida McFadden. This is another thing that she did too. Oh, just something I was like, there's Frida McFadden. She does like psychological erotic thrillers. American author. She went out and she got she studied mathematics at Harvard University and then attended medical school and then got into writing fiction. After completing her medical training, McFadden began self-publishing fiction. Oh, she's self-published. And she wrote something called The Devil Wears Scrubs, which I've heard of that for some reason. I didn't have a page. It just has, it's like waiting for a page. Drew heavily on her experience as medical intern and was based in part observation from clinical training. The novel marked the beginning of her writing career and established her interest in blending medical settings with narrative fiction. Pretty cool. So she put her work in her fiction. Since I've been going by Audible, I thought about maybe reading a little bit. This is from chapter 88, what I have now, from Rib or Dog Night Out, Shepherds of Alaska. A new book I'm working, needs proofread and process. Chapter 88, Thanksgiving with Dad. Jed had moved Dad to a small neighborhood on the outskirts of Seattle in a quaint house after working for the dwarf for a season. He had enough money that year for the first time in his life to make an expensive purchase, such as a 3-bedroom house, a little over 1,000 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and a living room space with attached kitchen and 2-car garage. All under $200,000 and in the mildly populated neighborhood with little to no crime. The new house was roomy for Dad, now that he was in his mid-70s. When Dad was finally moved into the new place, a Vietnam vet program through the Department of Veteran Affairs, abbreviated as VA, helped cover the cost of the electric assist lift chair, which shipped to him a few years back for no charge. Jed had to be there to receive the special chair and finish Dad's move. Jed remembered the day he helped Dad with the new flat-screen furniture and new hospital-style king-size bed during the move-in. Everything was quiet, swift, and with little conversation. Dad arrived after the last box of his memories was dropped in the living room and kitchen and a back bedroom. Dad's second wife was part of those memories. His first wife was when he helped bring Jed into this existence. Mom was far from him now, and Jed never brought her up in his presence. He kept that part of life quiet. Jed's stepmother did not make the move with him, but rather stayed in the South with family. Most of Jed's family was in Texas. Jed had left to settle in his early 20s to start a grunge band and ended up in a tribute band that played Nirvana covers and other grunge music. The band never had radio play and never got signed, and eventually took off to Alaska 10 years ago to make a living in the fishing industry, and was eventually recruited by the dwarf behind a 7-Eleven gas station in Fairbanks after Jed responded to an ad posted on a corkboard at a depot for hunting and fishing supplies. The posted ad stated it was looking when you're interrupted. The posted ad stated it was looking for someone that was a good shot with a rifle at long distances and knew how to hunt and survive in the wild. Jed knew about fishing, and his dad, being a Vietnam veteran of the Army Special Intelligence and a great sniper instructor himself, and eventually the one who taught Jed how to hit a target in the bullseye from more than 100 yards away, made him game. He was in for the adventure. Later, after responding, he learned the dwarf was the head of the militia known as the Revolutionary Independent Branch. Now Jed is a soldier, not a rock star. It's fiction. It's a fiction novel. It's time for Jed to put away childish things, as it was written. The new house, for Dad, was worth the purchase, and Jed could afford to move in. Jed could afford to move Dad around. Now Jed was making big enough time dough from the dwarf as his head sniper instructor. It was worth the trouble for the low cost of the house. Plus, it would be a great flip after Dad goes. So ideally what I'm saying here is that he probably comes in to visit Dad. Dad's by himself. I mean, I don't know if you get that, but I'm kind of hazy about it. And he goes and kind of visits Dad. He keeps a guitar in the guest bedroom. Jed was in deep thought as he stood solid in Dad's new living room, adjusting the brim of his plain, tall ball cap with no logo or print. His clothing matched the color of his hat, and so did the tan hunting jacket and khaki fleece lined cargo pants. Dad wore his plain white and baby blue print pajamas and a fuzzy maroon slippers, and was kicked back slightly reclined in the electric assist chair. He noticed Dad was wearing his favorite military-style black ball cap with a high-quality embroidered gold and red lettering, and above the brim revealed 2 words, Vietnam era. Under the words Vietnam era were displayed two thin rectangle flags. The one to the left was the American flag, and joined adjacent to the right was mirrored a rectangle flag with red at the corner sections, white thin vertical stripes of blue, then another set of red vertical stripes with the yellow square centers. Jed didn't bother to ask what country the second flag was, but figured it was connected to Vietnam. On the brim of the black ball cap were the dates 1959-1975, period. There was a black Velcro closure with an American flag with white stars on blue background at the left of the strap. Dad sat in his chair in a plain light blue sweatshirt and matching sweatpants. Okay. The discrepancy? So Dad sat in his chair in a plain light blue pajama shirt and matching pajama pants. We'll just leave that there. It's kind of repeating it. The editor will probably throw it out. But regardless, this is some of it right here. He starts the conversation in the living room with, "I think we become the things we have to become, not the things we want to become." Jed said aloud by the fireplace under the mantel and 50-inch flat-screen TV, and turned to Dad sitting in his left assist recliner. Over the past weeks, he had been stuck in the seated position for long periods of time. Now and then, Dad would press the up button to activate the assist recliner to standing level to get into his feet to connect with his walker, which remained by the end table with the old lamp. And if you want to stop and start, it's all right here. This is basically the chapter that I've been talking about. Chapter 88, with Jed Wilson and his dad. All right, got one at Shake Shack. About 250 yards. The pickup time will be 7:45. All right, Shake Shack on the way, 8:06, arrival, 13 minutes, 4.6 miles for the delivery. It's real popular this year. Christmas lights strung across the vehicle. Oh, I know what I need for that. Dude, you take a cracker, great. Cracker, grape, balance on there. TCU is like one of the best schools around to graduate from. They say that most all students that graduate there have a high chance, I guess you could say, of making more than $80,000 a year. I met one of the students when I worked at a pizza shop. She told me that was the case. They usually make $80,000 and up. It's not a bad plan, because you could pay back the student loans probably within 10 to 20 years. This road is Bacart. It's a pretty good one right there. That's a good.
Evil theology.
All right, going in for another pass at Zap Kitchen. I might as well go by the Amon Carter exhibit and look at the few of the 45,000 prints that they have. They just show some of them right here around this hallway. And they play a lot of music too. I think we did that one. We did the Bernice Abbott, Claire Sibrel, did the Perkle Jones. Wish you a Merry Christmas. Here's one. Carolyn Vaughn. Doing 1972 Jelton print. La Brea, Bonnie, and Jody from the 70s. It's kind of cool. App Kitchen on the way again. 8:57 arrival, 20 minutes. 8.5 miles for the delivery. Rockwood Go-Karts and Mini Golf. They're at it. Get yourself a Coney dog.
Partners, the younger officer says, you gotta come up here, now. Just the slightest hint of her. Through some self-development books and found this one, Green Lights, Matthew McConaughey. For self-development, it's actually, it's pretty good. It reminds me, it parallels with Matthew Perry's bio, although Matthew Perry's not with us anymore. But it's kind of a bio, but also self-development. Actors are good at that. They really are. They're good motivational speakers. They're good at giving advice. Because they're for life, they're in it for the long run in a lot of cases. But it's interesting because I saw a vlog of Matthew McConaughey. He's in a library in Austin. It's not really a library, it's like a bookstore in Austin, and he was looking for books. So they always have the mind of a writer. This one's actually pretty good. It's the bestseller. It's called Green Lights. All right, 9:45, Taco Bell on our way, 6 minutes, 1.3 for the pickup. That's arrival time. Boys in blue. There they go. They never stop. As Jeff Twitty says. Oh, lights went off right there. Huh. Wonder why that happened. I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes they go by and then they, I guess to part traffic, and then they turn the lights off over there. I don't know. I figured they'd keep them on if it was an emergency, right? And maybe you use the restroom or something. I don't know. It's probably legit. I'm sure it is. Always like when they pass by, I'm always like seeing how
you know, if the light's going to cut off later on. In that case, it did, but he already made it to the part where he has to get to the highway, so maybe it's conserving the lights or something. But we was like, where are we going to go? And when finally people started to move, I couldn't, you know, I finally did. But that was a weird one. But people will go over to the side eventually, you know, to make way for the emergency. Hopefully, I hope I don't see him at Taco Bell. It's like, I was trying to pick up one of my Taco Bell. Some of them got in trouble. Not all of them, it's very rare, but yeah, there's a cop that got in trouble for misusing the lights. It had to do with a relationship issue he was having. And another cop pulled him over. And he got reprimanded. I don't think he got let go. I don't know if he got let go or reprimanded. But I'm sure it was legit. I'm just seeing him over there now. Probably something went on.
More. Buy more. Own more. Make more. Fuck more than your co-workers.
So it's a subtle art of not giving a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. Not giving a, you know. But you know what's weird is in the title of it, they put a little splotch there. But it says Mark Manson was the writer, self-help books, New York Times bestseller, nonfiction. I just found it. It was near green lights on the Audible thing. It was published in September 13th, 2016. Taco Bell on the way, 10:07, 9 minutes, 2.6 miles for the delivery. I guess this might be what was going on at the Dickies Arena. Concert. About 10 o'clock or so, maybe. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay, they got letters and numbers. These are pretty cool right here. Little reindeers and stuff like that. Right before you get to Monticello. You find it right here, it'll say it on 5th.
Fucked, all right, because it's always been that way and always will be. By not giving the feedback loop from hell, you say to yourself, I feel like
Velvet Taco with an ID check means I got margaritas. 10:29, 6 minutes, 2 miles for the pickup. All right, I give an F. Velvet Taco open really late. I don't know how late it's open on Sundays. I guess it's pretty late. There's some neat murals we get to look at. Some people do give an F. But this book is about how if you don't give an F, then usually things will work out, is what the book's kind of about. In a few words, I guess you could say. This is Jimmy Joe Jenkins. I'm gonna write one about caring about everything. Jimmy Joe Jenkins, 3/17/17. It's called Seize the Day. That one's not, but I'm just saying when you care about everything. But you don't have to. You can go around not caring about anything, or I guess the grammar is going around and caring about nothing. Or the way they say it. That can help too. Especially if you only have one parking spot left right here, which still counts. Velvet Taco on the way, 10:39, 3 minutes, 0.8 mile for the...
Dusted. She scoots the chair with precision, then gazes for a few moments out the window over her garden and toward the river off and below, at the few white triangle sails there in the distance, the reflection of the sky on the wide water, the square mansions on the Annapolis side. With satisfaction, she straightens the stack of letter-writing paper and the short, always turning over pile of books she will read next. She arranges the pens in the mug.
All right, this one will be the last one for tonight. It's a Whataburger, 10:50, 7 minutes, 2.3 miles for the pick. It's an interesting looking Santa. They had a pretty good Halloween display too. It's pretty cool.
They say he...
All right. Found another one on audio. It's actually on Google Books. Hillerman's Skinwalkers. It's a pretty good one. And the read is about 43 minutes. Looks like they got Cobb salad and French fries. It's a nice mix. All right, last one for tonight. Whataburger, Cobb salad, and French fries on its way. 11 arrival, 11:01, 3 minutes, 1.3 miles for the delivery. This one handed to them. Feel. From Alex's kitchen to your table. Eric says, this time through a new menu. Aaron Chef, Alex. I guess they have a chef. Don't mind if I do. All right.
And for Chi, the shooting of Irma One-Salt didn't do as much as it might have to diminish the delight of the Wrong Brigade incident. It was said they'd never forget. Abruptly, the shy girl at Teresa Benno's camp. She had wanted to talk to him, had hung on the fringes while he talked to Benno and Benno's husband, Navajo Nation Shiprock Agency highway maintenance yards. And beyond that...
All right, kitty. I gotta feed your friends and then feed you. Kitty, no need to worry. This one's going to the outdoor cats. I gotta learn to split it, though. I'll probably have to use your spoon to split it. Here we go. Okay. There we go. This is for the outdoor kitties. Here we go. Ice water in hell. Here we go with today's kitty. There's one kitty, 9 lives. Each cat life has a number. Numbers 1 through 9. Swirl the cat food. And pick a cat food. Today's kitty will be having fancy feast. Salmon and shrimp feast and gravy grilled. Come on, kitty. Got 1 and 2 scoops. There's 1. And there's 2. Very good, kitty. Very good. Now, he will continue to eat this until it falls all the way over here and into the ground, or onto the floor. So we're going to put it over here and kind of push it up against there. Now Kitty can have it. Okay, I'm going to be having some ramen noodle. So it's going to be ramen and these carrots, some spinach, some of this half tomatoes, sun-dried. You know what? Since I'm using the sun-dried tomatoes, I'm going to not use the fresh tomato. I'm going to use that for something else. And then some guac. I'm going to put a little bit of guac in it. Now for protein, we're going to do some beef. Do some chicken that I cut up right there. And a little bit of this hamburger meat salad mix that I had. I'll probably throw that in there too and just boil it. Has some corn and rice and that stuff. That'll all go in here with 5 cups of water. Don't use more than 5 cups of water. More protein, peanuts right here. Makes the noodles too soggy. So do about 4.5 cups. That should be good. I'm going to cut up some, they're called Italian flat red onion. So it's an Italian flat red onion. Spinach, carrots, and don't forget the onion. Italian cut red onion. It's actually Italian flat. Italian flat, because the flat onion. Italian flat red onion. But it is cut up. I'll probably snack on this one. And these are really good too. These are sun-dried organic half. Probably gonna dice that chicken up a little bit more. Chicken. A little more spinach. Now when we add this, we wait 3 minutes and then we put it on low. So add it, let it boil for 3 minutes, put it on low for 1 minute. Alright. This has 370 calories for the whole patty. And with the meat, everything, about 570 for everything. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Always add this later in. Sometimes you can add it when you sift it. When you put it through the colander. Put it down on low. Got about 4 more seconds. And we'll reset that for about a minute. And after that, it's good to go. guacamole, all kinds of stuff. Right, so we got the carrots and the spinach, chicken. I put ground beef in it. A little bit of rice and beans. This is, let's see. That's sausage. So it's beef sausage. The proteins are beef sausage, chicken, ground beef, and a little bit of peanuts. And then I added some of these sun-dried tomatoes. I mean, for ramen noodle, you know, you gotta dress it up a little bit. And then carrots, lots of carrots. I had tons of carrots. Oh. And also the red flat. Actually, it's Italian flat red onion. So that's actually how you say it, Italian flat red onion. I don't know if they say flat Italian red onion. They might say flat Italian red onion. I think you're okay with saying flat Italian red onion. Red, flat Italian onion. It's chopped up in there pretty good. Give it some try. Just dressing up with ramen. I don't really call it anything, just ramen with sun-dried onions, carrots. There's the ramen. Probably cook the ramen about maybe, instead of doing the 3 minutes in the 4, I do like 3.5 minutes. And it might be a little bit. I like it kind of hard. It's a little soft. That's some of the chicken. See what's on. I don't really am. At night, when I get back from a late shift, I like to just have my meal. This is horseradish, some chipotle, and then that's clean my face later. And then some pepper. I like to watch something, usually the news or something. All right. There I am there. So I got some news. Trump, a lot of Trump's making headlines almost every night. A lot of Rob Reiner stuff. This guy's pretty cool, dearly departed. His name's Michael Scott. He's pretty cool. I don't know about Lyle Blackburn. Alleged goat man attack. The goat man attack. Oh, okay. Lake Worth Monster. I'm gonna have to watch this. The Lake Worth Monster I've talked about. That was a play written by Johnny Simons. It was a musical they did out in Hip Pocket. Yeah, that's probably Lake Worth. I'm gonna have to watch that. Alright, I'm watching stuff on the Lake Worth Monster. Having some of my ramen noodle. Later on, I'll add some chipotle sauce. Chipotle. And then some of this boar's head. That spicy stuff right here. Hang on for a minute. Lake Worth Gothic Tale. When did this come out? 4 days ago. It's got music. Bye.